Yeah, and I think this uniqueness is the reason for like big transitions in the future, because I think there is a lot of pressure in this market. There is a lot of questioning of the services. There is a lot of pressure to, I think we pay for our public service more than for the BBC, or paid for the BBC. I think the budget is even more. So there is a lot of pressure in the market, a lot of transition to come, a lot of quality improvements, and for sure with the German view on privacy, etc., there is a lot of questions around AI and about how do you use technology in the right way and so on and so forth. So I think there's a lot of transition going on in the next years in this market. If you look at the technology, and from my perspective, when I'm looking at technologies and on services regarding, let's say, data protection or distribution, scaling, etc., or availability of content in high quality to different platforms. So to really serve a lot of different, let's say, also audiences. If you look at the audience, let's say 0 to 30, this user behavior is international. This is not, so Germany, basically, I would separate Germany into, I'm sorry to do that, but the older part of the society that is really maybe does not use a credit card or does not know how to do something online. So this is why you need always to pay your park ticket with some machine and you can't do it with your phone, or you don't know which app you should use. Okay, yeah. But looking at the younger generation, there is a massive shift, and there is nothing about that. So it is nothing about you don't know how to pay, or they don't know how to, what privacy is about, etc. This is all, I think, a common sense. And I think this is why I believe that the German market will get so much under transformation comparing to other markets. And this is a chance for players to come into the market, and it's a chance also for establishing a new footprint of your service if you want to enter the market. We have 2 subsidiaries in Estonia, founded 2004. And Estonia is known today as the IT market overall, right? So all digitalization, etc. So we can see the transition. I can see the e-residency or whatever they have in Estonia and how far behind Germany is. But you also see the pressure. You see on the other side the pressure, and I think this pressure is more pressure than in other countries. Challenge is for sure everything around personalization. So Germany is we look at privacy always a little bit like closer, and I think all the questions. Maybe you will see a spot here. What will be the discussions of the future if you, for example, talk about generative AI and about recommendation? So yes, sure, I mean, you are right now trying to analyze what mood the person has, but actually if you would analyze what he did on his phone, you probably can predict the mood every minute. So you will have more general AI functionality that provides you information, but it's not generated by you. It comes from somewhere else. It's a service provider who does that. Or will Google use their AI tools to improve their YouTube, or will they use them as a white-labeled software to be used by others? So how will this future look like, and what will be the regulations around that? And I think in Germany you will see the discussions around it. You also see that, for example, ZDF is doing their own investment into that, and a lot of that, to kind of also look at the privacy in a new way. So I think this is very interesting, the developments here, and maybe it's the first mover regarding people-centric and privacy. We do backend systems, and what we can see is actually concentration in the backend system on the purpose of what you want to do. So do you want to do a recommendation part, or do you want to work on your images, or do you work on your metadata, or on your delivery? Do you look at the monetization? So to separate that and to prepare that, I think from technology perspective, what we can see, and also in the German market specifically, is that you prepare your content to play it out on different platforms. So on the one hand, it's about the play out, but on the other hand, it's about the integration. So you need to be able to prepare for integrations that you do not foresee today. So that is something from the technology perspective, you need to really separate the domain. So to be able also to take a domain away and to change it and to replace it. And this is super crucial. I think this is something where we see a big transition where we actually are engaged with, when it's really about building services that have a single purpose, also to be scalable, etc., but also to change for the future. And if you look about dubbing or something like that, I don't know, I saw from Millet the voice speech in his tone, in his voice in English, and I showed it to some people and they did not recognize that this was changed. So, and I also recognize that studios start to get the rights for the voices of their actors, so to be able in the future to do that. So to prepare your services in the back and to integrate such services, I think that is a big challenge. That is something where you need to look at. And as I said, German market, big transitions, good players that have new services, private and public broadcasters. And I think you will see many changes there. I think it's a good time to do that. From our perspective, we started internationally actually and kind of came back. So we work in for whatever. We stream for Delta Airlines inside the aircraft. We are working for DAZN to content protection, or for Dish Mexico, for Z Entertainment. So it's, and actually we actually were kind of, we didn't like this German market, all in German, the RFP in German. Nobody understood what, yeah, there's very speciality, but I think the market is really opening up. So if you actually, I think if you come with knowledge from abroad, come into the market, you do have actually an advantage comparing to the past, where I would say maybe 10 years ago or so, when you did not have a local footprint, it was super hard actually to win projects within the market.